Hello, Spiffers. Happy New Year. Welcome back. It's good to see everyone. Hope everyone had a wonderful holiday season, enjoyed New Year's, stayed up late, lit off fireworks, celebrated with family and friends. Hopefully, you had a great holiday season. I definitely did. It was a lot of fun. A little bit about me. I know I don't talk too much about myself, maybe a little bit, but I thought maybe it's a new year, 2026. I can kind of start doing some new things. I am a father of five. And so I've got five children, four girls and a boy. And most of my kids are adult kids. I've got a 13-year-old who's still at home. The rest have moved out and are learning how to adult on their own. But it was fun. We had about 2 weeks with everybody home. So it was fun having a full house again and having it rowdy and crazy and noisy and fun. And families growing as well, which is always exciting as we're experiencing or experiencing. We're expecting our first grandson to join us in a couple of months. And so with new in-laws coming in to the family, it's fun to kind of see during the holidays our world expanding some more, but we're really excited for our new grandbaby. So anyway, you can probably tell that I'm really family gushing right now. It's been a lot of fun taking some time off and being with them during the holidays. So I just wanted to share my gratitude of the new year. So hopefully you had a great time to be with family and friends and loved ones, or maybe just take some time off and rest and relax a little bit. But now we're back to the grindstone and ready to kick off Spiff for the 2026 season. So hopefully you've enjoyed these last few videos that I've done introducing you to how to create payout rules using data sheets and worksheets. So to start off the year, not too crazy, but kind of adding on to the things we've been talking about, I wanted to get back to data sheets. When I did my first data sheet video, I wanted to make it really, really simple. $100 per deal. I've got a link in the description in the video if you haven't seen that video, because you'll want to watch that one first and build, because this one will build off of it. But I'm trying to keep this one short and sweet. I always say that. I'm a talker, so it's never short and sweet, but hopefully today it'll be short and sweet. I really just want to kind of add a little bit. The tip today is to just add a little bit of complexity to our data sheet examples. Instead of a straight commission dollar amount per deal, let's figure out how to use if statements within our data sheets. All right, so we log into our Spiff admin account. Hopefully you still remember usernames and passwords after the holidays to get back into your Spiff system. We're going to go back into Designer. And we'll build off of the YouTube plan, the YouTube example plan that we created over the last few weeks. And I'm going to go to my line-by-line example data sheet that I created. And just a quick review of that. What we did in our data sheet creating a payout rule example is we just had $100 per deal that they closed in the month. So if I'm looking at October for Ava, she gets $1,200. If I'm looking for Chloe, she closed 3 deals in October. She gets $300. And so what I want to do now is just build a little bit more complexity to this using an if statement. And what we're going to want to do at a high level, I should have built a slide for this, but hopefully you can follow along with me, is what we want to do is just say, if the ARR meets a certain threshold, they'll get a certain percentage commission. And so we've got an upper threshold and a lower threshold. Let me look at the data that I've got here. I like using Ava as a good example. All right, so we've got a good mixture of things. Let's say that $15,000 is the deal mark. Anything that she closes or that Ava or anyone on the team closes, anyone on this plan closes, is going to get 3% commission on any deal that's over $15,000 and 1% commission for anything less than $15,000. So to give them a little incentive, we give them a little more commission for those bigger deals. All right, so what I'm going to do, I can keep this in here, but I'm not going to use this anymore. Actually, I'm going against a rule. I'm already breaking my own rule where I want to keep on my YouTube example plan, my line by line example, because I'm kind of building off of that. So what I'm going to do real quick is get back to my rules, which is I like having a data sheet per payout rule. I could go ahead and just keep building here and add more. But just to keep it clean, I'm going to create a new data sheet real quick. So I'm going to create a new data sheet. The payout rule, I'm going to call this one, I don't know what to call it. Percent ARR underscore data sheet. So we'll call this payout rule a percentage of ARR. When I create that, I need to create the same object, my opportunities, my same filter, my close by rep in period to get the population that I want. Every time I start a new data sheet, I always have my defaults. I bring in my deal names. Again, this is just to help me as an admin understand the data I'm looking at. I like pulling in close dates, and I like pulling in my ARR or whatever whatever percentage of commission that I'm going to go ahead and pay off of. All right. And now I'm ready to build my new fields that I want to create. Now, what I could do is I could write this if statement and have the commission all in one calculation, one big calculation. What we like to do within Spiff is to make this as readable as possible for reps. So instead of having, okay, I'm going to create a new field and I'm going to call this the percent ARR commission and do my if statement, times it by ARR and do it all in one thing. I like having my rates separate than my commissions so that I can show that in my statements, which we'll talk about in a future video. So anytime I'm dealing with rates, I want to show the rate separately. So I'm just going to call this percent ARR commission rate. And this is where I can build my if statement. Now, let's remind ourselves what we're looking for. We're going to say, if this ARR of the deal is over $15,000, then they're going to get 3% commission. If it's under, then we're going to do a 1% commission. You guys are probably all experts on if statements. You probably use a ton of them in spreadsheets like Excel or Google Sheets. The syntax is the same. So I'm going to go ahead and say it equals if, and when I type in my if statement, I can actually pull my cheats. I love pulling from the cheats here that it gives me because it kind of walks me through it, makes it a little easier for using those. And it says, okay, I need to put in my condition, and if that condition is met, then what's the true value? Or else, what's the false value? And again, remember, I can go ahead and click on the yellow of the if to bring up my function library if I want to read this and learn about it a little bit more. But what we're going to do, excuse me, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to say, okay, if the ARR, the nice thing here is we can click on fields that we can see here. So if the ARR, I'm just going to click on that, or I could type the name in and pull that up. But since I'm viewing it, I'm just going to click it. If the ARR, I always add spaces, is greater than, whoops, that's not a greater than sign. Let's do greater than and equal to. I know you guys like greater than or equal tos. To 15,000. I've done this mistake before where I say like 15K. You need to put the full number in there. Excel doesn't know what 15K is. Spiff doesn't know what 15K is. So 15,000. So if the ARR is over that, then we're going to give them a 3% commission rate. If that criteria is not met, if it's less than 15,000, then we're going to do a 1% commission rate. Now, 1%. Excuse me, getting over a cold. So with that, that should work. If statement, we have our condition. If it's true, then what that value is going to return. If it's false, what the value is going to return. Looks pretty good. Go ahead and hit the blue check mark. And it should feed that out. Oh, I was going to mention, so up here where the equation is, or the formula that we're using, notice that I put percentage signs in here. You can do it that way if you want to, 3%, 1%, or you can do 0.01 or 0.03. Either way works. I just, again, like this for readability standpoint, because I think I've already talked, one of my early videos was talking about tracing, how reps can trace and see their formulas and stuff. It's a little bit easier to read that way, but it's really just personal preference. The other thing that I don't think we've talked about yet is it does give me the results in decimal form. So I want that to look more clean or more professional and more readable. So I'm going to go ahead and go back to settings up here and just change my display format to use a %. And I can choose my precision. Usually if there's rounding or, calculations involved, I want to keep it at a precision too. But where this is either 3 or 1, I'm going to go ahead and just change it to 0, just so it shows the 3 or the 1%. And every time that we create a new formula or a new field within Spiff, I always recommend gut checking it and making sure that it's working as we expect. So these are under 15,000. It's giving me 1%. This is 17. I expect 3 since it's over the 15,000 threshold. So yeah, looks like it's working correctly. A lot of times I get my greater than and less than signs mixed up. And so I just like to double check to see if I was getting the opposite results, then I need to change my greater than or less than sign up here. But this one looks like it's working just fine. All right, so now all I need to do is just do my final commission and create my payout rule. So I go ahead and create my % ARR commission. And how do you think we do this? Well, pretty straightforward. Now that we've got the rate, all we have to do is multiply the ARR by the rate. So we go equals ARR times the rate. Voila, there we go. Now that that is calculating correctly, I can create my payout rule just like we did before. I'm going to call this one just % ARR. I'll leave commission in there. Maybe I'll call it % ARR. I'm trying to be more realistic in my examples of terminology that you guys would actually use. So maybe I'll say deal % ARR commission, put in my effective dating, and I go ahead and create it. And there we go. Now I go back to my YouTube example. I've got my deal % ARR, and I can see that it totals those out. And if I move from Ava to Chloe, it will change accordingly. I can click on the amount. It'll take me right back to that data sheet where I can see the data that I've created and make sure that it's working correctly. All right. So that's a quick and easy way of making your commissions in a data sheet a little bit more complex. I'm thinking maybe in future episodes or videos to maybe start doing different formulas just so that you can kind of see formulas you're used to using in Excel, how it works within Spiff. We'll be doing a lot in data sheets because those are the ones we recommend. It shows the most data, but I'll try and mix in data sheet and worksheet calculations, but we'll see kind of where my mind takes us as far as future topics. But as always, please leave in the comments any direction you want me to go. If you're like, ooh, I like this, but teach me how to use this formula in this scenario. or something like that, feel free to add it to the comments, and I'll see what I can do to help out, so that you can understand how to use different formulas as you're using it. So thanks for joining me as always. Please go to saaseducators.com. I am finalizing dates this week of coming out to cities in the spring. I'm going to release, I'm hoping to release, if everything goes well this week, next week during my next video, the dates of the spring season or the spring semester, where I'm coming out to different cities that you can register for and come and join me in a class. I do these great 3-day boot camps that gives you hands-on sandbox environments within Spiff that you can build. We're going to build together, build a lot of these things. We'll get a lot more complex and kind of build off of each other so that you can become experts in being a Spiff admin as well as in Spiff Designer. It only takes 3 days, so come and join me. The link is in the description, saaseducators.com. Please go there now. I have a form at the bottom of the website that says, what city do you want me to come to? So now that I'm creating what cities I'm going to go to, I'm probably going to only go to 3 cities this season because of scheduling and different things like that. Maybe a 4th one if I can fit it in, but probably just 3 in the spring and then 3 in the fall. Let me know where you're at. I would love to come where you are and come to you. I've got a lot of flexibility of where I can go. But I'm finalizing those this week. So go ahead and fill out the forms on the website. Let me know where you want me to come, and I'll see what I can do to fit those in. All right. Thanks, everybody. Have a wonderful week. We'll see you.